All right, so what we're going to do here is go over a website that was sent to me to do an analysis to see what kind of work is being done by the current SEO company. And I get a lot of requests like this because most of the time, any of these multi-million dollar mega agencies, they're just kind of handing this work off to somebody who isn't really a technical specialist in SEO. So a lot of times they're not really getting results. So after 4 to 6 months, there's no rankings, there's no results being shown. People get frustrated, and then they send me the work to take a look over and see why is it not ranking and what the deal is. So I'm gonna basically go over this to show what kind of work is being done by these type of companies. I've already done this with mega companies like yellowpages.com marketing, Dex knows marketing, and then this one is going to be on Marketing 360, which is a company that probably a lot of people are familiar with because they do reach out a lot. So the site here is Total Animal Control. This is based down in Georgia. Their service area is basically all of this. There's a really large service area, biggest city being Atlanta. And I'm going to show you a lot of the flaws and deficiencies that are set up with the type of marketing that these companies do. So first things first is we are going to look at the pages that they have set up. So we'll take bats. Bats is one of the most competitive things. If you're not on point for your SEO on this, you're not going to rank at all. So what we'll do is we'll do a Control F. That allows me to search anything in the page. So if I want to do bat removal, you can see bat removal is in the text one time. So if somebody was looking for a bat removal service, bat removal specialist, bat removal company, this is not enough to make this page rank for that term bat removal anywhere, no matter what type of competition there is. Home and health is in this entire bit of content just as much as bat removal. So what's to say that this article isn't about home and health? There's a lot of terms here that are related obviously to bat removal, which would give it a little bit more merit, but a lot of this is also just on general bad information. So let's see if we look for exclusion. It's not in there. Control, nope, not in there. So I was going to write bats in the attic. It's not in there. So these are the things that Google knows and can cue in on to know that you're offering these exact services. Now let's take a look at the heading structure. So this page is 1H1, 3H2s, and then none of the other ones. H3s and H4s actually do have an impact, and H3s have a bigger impact than H2s if done correctly. So we'll take a look at these, and now what this is doing is telling Google and the user this is what this page is about. So the H1 is about bats. Okay, so this could be about bats in Australia. This could be about just general bat information. We got an H2 that's listed as site navigation, so that doesn't help. Site mobile navigation, that doesn't help us out either. And then bat problems question mark. It's not saying service, it's not saying company, it's not saying control, removal, nothing. So immediately off the bat, this page is completely deficient to rank for anything regarding removal services, control services, exclusion services. There's no way that this page will rank well. The only way that this page would even rank is collectively because it is a wildlife removal company. They are in a specific service area. However, it will never rank in the top 4. And if you're not in the top 4, you're not going to get a substantial amount of leads or calls or traffic coming through. And this is what the SEO's job is to tailor these pages to rank for you. It boils down to creating the right content, which is this, and then also creating the right backlinks, which power the website up and power the pages up. So going into this, if I go to highlight over this in this little pop-up highlights, and it says bats dash Arkansas bats removal, and then it's comma animal control services, and then there's a pipe, and it says Total Animal Control LLC. So this entire page it's stating that it's about bats, and then Arkansas bats removal. It's not proper English, and also now it's only really giving relevance to Kennesaw, which is a town of 35,000 people. How is this going to be competitive in Atlanta or any of the other surrounding areas? It's not. It's not going to be competitive, and this company services both Georgia and Florida. So the entire campaign is waiting on this page here to rank and get them calls and leads, and this is not enough to even do it in their local area. So this is a huge fail. Huge fail because your title here is your number one ranking factor for your page. Next, followed by your URL structure, which this only says bats. This doesn't say bat removal, bat control, nothing related to the service that you want to rank for. And I may be being repetitive with this, but the problem is these mega companies have no clue about these factors that are very pertinent to the campaign. They charge a lot of money. A lot of them charge or make you sign a contract, and they have no clue what they're actually doing when it comes to real SEO and getting things to rank and produce leads. And it's very, very frustrating. So I'm going to start actually doing these videos and showing what type of work these companies are doing so that people are aware of what's going on out there. We can do the same thing. I'm not going to go through each page, but I'll go through one more. And we'll do raccoons. And we'll do the control F. And now we're going to do raccoon removal. The term raccoon removal isn't even in this page one time. Control, not in the page. Trapping, not in the page. Damage repair, not in the page. So I can't, there's absolutely nothing in this page that says, okay, we provide these services, let us help you. There's something called LSI, latent semantic indexing. It's basically saying that you use synonyms that are related to that topic. If you're not even using the exact phrase and you're not using the synonyms, you're not going to rank, you're not going to get traffic, produce leads. You're basically dead in the water until these things are done. If I highlight this, raccoons, your trusted source for Kennesaw, critter control. Even in the title, it's not saying anything about raccoon removal, raccoon trapping, control, nothing. Terrible, terrible, terrible SEO. It really gets under my skin when companies do this and they actually charge. I'm going to try to find their blog. So today's date is February 14th, 2019, and we'll take a look at their blog and see. This is their very first. So March 14th, 2018. And we are about almost a year after this, and we'll see that we got that one, and then we got this one. So this is basically, what was the other one, March again? I'm just going to show you what they basically did. Yeah, so March, April. So what they did basically was, I'm assuming they started this campaign back when they built this website. This is 100% the work that they did because they built this website. The client doesn't have access to this website to do much. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They did 5 blog posts, probably the very first month that they started. It looks like they may have updated it because in this it's showing 2017. However, 1 or 2 years later, that makes no difference. There's no constant work or activity being done on this website. There's no SEO being done to these web pages. There's no optimization to the titles, the URL structures. There's nothing being done yet. This company is continuously charging this company here for absolutely nothing. There's nothing being done, yet they are charging them every month. Another important factor, some people don't know, some people do, there's something called NAP, N-A-P. It's your name, address, and phone number. There has to be a very tight consistency across the board. You want to mirror your Google My Business. So if you take a look here, what they're doing is they put a tracking number in here. This is not the actual business's tracking or phone number. The actual business's phone number is this one. So now what they did was, number one, they created an inconsistency with the company and the brand. So that's a mega issue. That's a very common insight for SEO, for Google Maps optimization. Everybody knows that NAP is very crucial. So a company that big, there has to be at least one person in the company that knows. I think what they're doing is it's more of a selfish reason. They're probably tracking calls through here saying, hey, we're getting you X amount of calls. However, this is not an optimized Google My Business. Calls will probably come through here naturally anyway. So what they're doing is they are tracking phone numbers that have nothing to do with their services and then probably telling them, hey, we got X amount of calls, blah, blah, blah. It's very stupid, and it's almost dishonest if they are in fact trying to track those calls and take credit for what's coming through on there, because I can guarantee you not much is really coming through on this website. I know from speaking with the client, not much is coming through this at all. And these are the reasons why when they're doing things like this. Also, if you go here, services. If you look down in the left corner here, it'll pop up what that is. So it's totalanimalcontrol.com/services/exclusion services. But when we click on it, exclusion services is here. They have absolutely no organization within their menu structures to tell Google, hey, this is our page that talks about services. These are the services that fall under that. This is a complete mess. This is not even clickable. So this is labeled as totalanimalcontrol.com/services. It doesn't go to anything. There's a lot of other inconsistencies I found on the page. I don't want to take too much time on the website because it'll make this video far too long. But I want to show you the couple things that stand out immediately to show you that these mega companies absolutely do not know what they're doing, and it's pretty disgusting that they charge for these. Now what I did here is I did a view page source. So this is the page source. This is basically the coding for that page. Now this website here, this is the design work for the page, because they put their clients' websites on their own design. So going to that, you can see this is Marketing 360, Fuel Your Brand. So just to show you that this is a Marketing 360 company and also Marketing 360 work, we click on this and this is what they offer. They have a very pretty site. Unfortunately, they do not know what they're doing when it comes to SEO or any type of online marketing. When it comes to producing leads off of Google and search. So here we go again, Total Animal Control. We're going to do a site search. So you do site : domain, and that's basically going to pop up every URL that's in Google. So they've been working on the site since, we'll say 2018, even though some of those things said 2017. They only have 24 pages indexed. And you can clearly see, since I already explained the way that the titles work, none of these titles are set up in any way that would produce the type of leads that you want. Services dash, bats dash, attic remediation dash, skunks dash, squirrels dash, not squirrel removal, not skunk removal, not skunk control, not coyote trapping. And everything is Kennesaw, Kennesaw, Kennesaw. They're not targeting any other services yet. If you look at the service area for the company, the service area is gigantic. There's a mega city in here that they should be targeting to try to get some leads from, and they only are targeting the area that the company is basically located in. It's terrible. So we scroll down, we'll look here again. They're all labeled the same, and unfortunately, I think what this is a common case of, this is a company that targets wildlife removal companies, and they say that they do work for wildlife removal companies, but they don't actually know the industry to know how people search or know the type of services that need to be ranked for to get these calls to come in. And it's very, very unfortunate. So that's it. I mean, these are the only pages. Now, another thing with Google, Google likes to see a website grow at least 10% every year. If not, you're stagnant. They don't want a website that was set up and then just completely forgotten about. So with the way this is set up, is there's nothing being done to come back to these pages, add new information, tailor the information. That should be being done anyway with on-page optimization. As things change and grow, you have to go back in there and tailor and tweak things. There should be new blog posts coming out, or at least new pages coming out. There's something with growth that Google loves. They love freshness. That is not being done here in any way. If we look at the blog, you can see here that this is evidenced by Google. This blog was created January 12th, 2017. So it's 2 years old, and this is all that's been done. They've been being charged for 2 years, and there's absolutely no results being done from this. I had this up just to show the phone number. Another thing, so structured data is a big thing. Structured data, this is a testing tool. Google put a lot of money and time and research into getting this set up so that companies can make sure that their structured data is set up. What that is, it's basically a barcode, and it tells Google, hey, this block of code here tells you who we are, what we're related to, where we are, how much we charge, what our hours are, what we do, etc. If you don't have this in there, you're literally trying to produce information to Google that they have to try to research and figure out what you are, instead of just telling them, hey, this is what we are, to get credit for that. This is a ranking factor that has been proven to be a ranking factor. If you don't have this information in there, you're missing out. If you look at here, there's 2 types of schema that was found. Web page, so we have their main content, a URL, their name, that's it. We have an organization, same thing, URL, name, URL, email, phone number, postal address, that is all. A proper schema should have every single profile that's related to this company. So YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, your Yelp listing, so on, so on. That, sometimes I'll put 20 different links in here to show, hey, everything in this list is all related to us. It starts building an entity. Entities are a very, very powerful thing. There was an algorithm change that came out back in August, I believe. It was called the Medic Update, and that was heavily built around entity validation and making sure that your entity is validated. What that means is, it's hard to describe if you don't understand what an entity is, but an entity is everything that belongs to your brand, your website, your social profiles, everything. And you validate that to be a real company because they don't want to just show fly-by-night websites or things like that. So if you don't have that set up, you're deficient. You're missing the bus, and you're not going to get any type of result. So this is something that needs to be done, as soon as possible. Typically, I do this on the second month because the first month we build out the brands and we want to put those brands in there. This list here should not be this short. This is something that should be scrolled and scrolled and scrolled upon. There should be a pricing guide in there. There should be a big description, your logo file, a file of the business. There's so much that could be done here. It's a complete miss. It's pretty sad. Couple other things I'll go over. I just pulled this up to see the population, but if we do Kennesaw bat removal, the company doesn't pop up in the Google Maps, so it's not a optimized business at all. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're ranked number 10. And why? Because they're located there. However, I bet none of these companies are even located there or have a business address there. So that's not a good sign. And that's only out of 75 results, which is nothing. That should be something that was taken over, second month at least. Take number 1. Look here, only 71 results again, which is nothing. Kennesaw raccoon removal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Kennesaw squirrel removal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Their third page, number 21. Last one, Kennesaw skunk removal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's ridiculous. They're all the way down here. They're basically bottom of the second page. You're not making money if you're not ranking in the top 4. Bottom line. If you got a multi-million dollar company, you should be hiring the best experts to work on this. Now, a little bit of theory on this. If you don't understand how the SEO industry works, there's no college for SEO. There's no formal training for SEO. There's mastermind groups that know the way the industry works, the trends that are coming along. And then there's other people that learn from YouTube and try to work for companies like this, or they go to college for marketing, and a college might have had some type of SEO class. Unfortunately, you cannot prepare to teach people SEO in college. If you put together a curriculum, by the time that curriculum is taught, half of that is outdated. Algorithms change all the time. Everything needs to be done through testing. You cannot just learn SEO from a course, come out of the other side, and think you know what you're doing. Half of what you know, or even more, will be outdated and not work. For the most part, I've personally learned from the best in the industry for both Google Maps optimization and SEO. Literally the best. And I would say 75% of what's taught or talked about, I've never seen online. I've never seen it talked about in a course. I've never seen it published anywhere. It doesn't exist, and these are the things that actually produce results. So if you're hiring people out of college for Marketing 360 or Dex or Yellow Pages, and these are your people doing the SEO, you cannot charge what you charge these people or make them sign a contract, and you're hiring rookies that will never be up to par with real marketing. I'm going to pause the video real quick, and I'll pull up some backlinking because that is one thing I forgot to show, and then I'll wrap this video up. All right, so this is Ahrefs. This is one of the best link research tools. What type of links are coming into your website. This is the website here. If a website has been with an SEO company for 1 or 2 years, your domain rating should not be a 0. The referring domain should not be 8. So what this is here is if I have 8 websites, there's a total of 54 pages combined throughout those 8 websites that are pointing to this. So half of what your SEO campaign should be is building the proper links to boost the authority and power of your website so that your inner pages do rank. It also gives you relevance based on the type of anchor text. So this right here where it says new, that says lost anchors, I know if I go here, I'm going to be able to see the new referring domains. If I go here, I'm seeing the referring domains. Anchor text is what text is in a link to tell you what is on the other side. So whatever is, you can manipulate how you rank based on what is in that text and what it links to. So if you go to the referring domains for total animal control, we have yellow pages, Dex Knows, top rated local, Chamber of Commerce, entire web, go local 24/7, local database, and then I don't know what this is here. We'll take a look. But what I do know is from here to here, these are not links that a company builds for a client that's doing SEO. You don't build these. These are just citations. These can be built on their own, or you can literally have 50 of these built for $5. So yeah, this is just another Chamber of Commerce. So as long as this company, Marketing 360, has been working on this campaign, they've done 0 on-page SEO and they have done 0 off-page SEO. So therefore, they created a website and they're charging monthly to keep this website on their host at a rate of if they were doing SEO. This is the reason why I'm doing this video, to show people, because it's absolutely disgusting that these giant companies are taking advantage of companies that are paying them, hoping they get leads, and they're not doing anything to get leads, not even on a low-level scale, let alone mid-level or high-level, and they're charging every month to do this. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions based on what I just showed, you can send me an email, hit me up on Facebook, whatever it may be. But this is it. This is absolutely terrible. Every one of these pages are set up incorrectly, wrong titles on here, no major keywords. These pages as well, even without the headings and the title issues, it's only a handful of content. It's very small. It's the same on every page. Well, a lot of people don't know that keyword by keyword, area by area, there's different variations and factors that have to be met to rank. Google is an algorithm, which means it's a math equation, which means there's one answer for this problem. If you don't have a way to get that formula, you're never going to rank, and that's the problem here, is that they did basically the same thing on every single page, did the same amount of content, the same type of headings, and they left it alone, and they never went back to correct it based on what the averages are for the people that actually rank. This is one of the biggest flaws in SEO and with SEO companies that are commercial, as they don't understand that every page needs to be tailored a specific way to rank. So they're not doing the right number of pages, they're not doing the right number of keywords or specific keywords in the titles and the headings and things like that, and this is why they fail. And this is also why they put you in a contract, because they know they cannot keep you based on results. So they put you in a contract to keep the money rolling in and keep their doors open, the lights on, and the employees, with a paycheck, but they're not serving the client, which is terrible. So that's it. Like I said, any questions, let me know, but that is all for this video.